Hey, Shalawam, Shalawam. Alright, let's get into it. First and foremost, facing the east towards Jerusalem. All praises be to Yahawah, Hashem, Yahawashi, Hashem, Kaha, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone that rule well and teach well in sincerity, taught us this truth. Shalawam to the Lord's hopeful elect. Shalawam, Shalawam. Alright, it's your brother Yaram Kazak back with another hopefully edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi. Alright, and I hope this be edifying to the flock, to the sheep out there, man. Okay? So let's get into it. This lesson, oh man, I hope it ain't gonna be too loud. This lesson will be entitled Yahawashi in the Old Testament. So we just gonna hit on a couple scriptures of Yahawashi being presented in the Old Testament, right? And the first one I want to get is Isaiah, the 11th chapter. Okay. Isaiah, the 11th chapter. And Salaki for the noise. I didn't think it was going to be, they wasn't really doing that before. But Isaiah, the 11th chapter, verse 1. And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his root. Okay, now, who is that rod out of the stem of Jesse? For, let me see who's in here. Kashik, you should know. What's the rod out of the stem of Jesse? Who is that? If you don't know, you could just say La'ah. Alright, or you don't know. You know, or you don't know? Yes or no? You there? So you don't know. Okay, let's read it one more time. And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse. Okay? Hey, this brother, Keontae, you definitely should know. Alright, what's the rod out of the stem of Jesse? Or anybody can answer. Who's the rod out of the stem of Jesse? Shalawam. Hey, exactly. Okay, brother. So you do know King David, right? So, man, come on now. All right. 1 second. A rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. All right. The rod is King David. The branch is Yahawashi. Okay, I'm going to read the whole thing over again. This is Isaiah 11:1. And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse. King David came forth out of Jesse, right? And a branch shall grow out of his roots. So Yahawashi is that branch, right? Yahawashi didn't come directly from King David, although he did, because he was Solomon as well. But eventually, through that lineage, Yahawashi will come. Right? So, this is an example of Yahawashi being mentioned in the Old Testament already. Okay? And the spirit of Yahawah shall rest upon him. Letting you know the spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him. That's why he's also known as Emmanuel, which means God is with us. Yahawah is with us, right? And the spirit of Yahawah shall rest upon him, the spirit of wisdom and understanding, the spirit of counsel and might, the spirit of knowledge and of the fear of Yahawah, and shall make him of quick understanding in the fear of Yahawah, and he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears. So that he say, she say, that shit ain't gonna affect Yahawashi. He's not gonna be like off of what brothers is talking about, brothers. Because if Yahawashi was like that, then IUIC talking about us, how they talk about us, Yahawashi be like, dang, them GMS brothers must be wicked, right? Because you going off that he say, she say. You, right? This is why you really gotta check a brother's fruit. You really gotta check a brother's doctrine. You really gotta be around. You know what I'm saying? Yahawashi is really checking the inner. He knows the inner works of a man. He knows your intentions and how you really moving. Okay? He's not going off of what you look like. Right? But with righteousness shall he judge the poor and reprove with equity, equality for the meek of the earth, and he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked, and righteousness shall be the girdle of his loins, and faithfulness the girdle of his reins. So Yahawashi's entire mind, the girdle of his loins, loins meaning mind, your brain, your heart, right? His spirit. So he's girdled with righteousness. So the way that he thinks is just straight righteousness, man. So that's another instance. I mean, that's the first instance of Yahawashi being mentioned in the Old Testament, right? I get that. John 15 and 18. It's a good one. You know. John 15 and 18. If the world hates you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. If ye were of the world would love his own, but because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. That's letting you know, even beforehand, before Yahawashi came, the old prophets was of Yahawashi, right? Jeremiah, Elijah, Isaiah, Moses, right? Look at Korah. He wasn't of Yahawashi. Korah hated Moses. He hated the order that was established, that was set up. So he wasn't of Yahawashi because he was of the world. The world of Israel at that point in time, like the worldly people of Israel were following Korah, got engulfed, and the world, the earth opened up and swallowed them in. And then also the men and women that built the golden calf. That was the world, right, at that point. Not the remnant, all right? The remnant has been saved each and every time, in a sense. The remnant is always a way to get back to Yahawah B'Hashem Yahawashi, right? That's why the brothers are standing up right now, and we are the way to get back to Yahawah B'Hashem Yahawashi. And more than us, it's about brothers and sisters working out your own salvation with fear and trembling, right? We just stand up and make that calling. We stand up and announce to you what's going on, right? But it's up to you. It's this old saying, man. If it is to be, it is up to me. Okay? Understanding that. All right, so you're supposed to get persecuted. Matter of fact, and that'll lead us over to Isaiah 53rd chapter. All right, and let's start at the top. Who hath believed our report, and to whom is the arm of the Lord revealed? For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of a dry ground. He hath no form nor comeliness, and when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we shall desire him. Yahawashi wasn't rich. He wasn't trying to be like that, be like him in that sense. Okay, it wasn't comeliness means beauty, to be comely. That's beauty. It wasn't no comeliness, right? He was an austere, strict man. Okay? He didn't have no mansion and things like that. Right? He moved about. He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief, and we hid, as it were, our faces from him. Okay? And Salakia, man, they wasn't doing all this work beforehand. Okay? And we hid our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not. Let's 1 second. You got to take that over to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5. Okay? I just want to read this one a little bit. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. Right? Not knowing that Yahawah can bring a man low just to raise a man up, to glorify himself, right? To glorify the Father. That's why a lot of us brothers are in poverty, check to check. All right, we don't have it all, etc., etc. But we can be brought up just so that the Lord will be glorified. So when you are in these situations, man, you are going through it, these trials and tribulations, don't forget that Yahawah is with you, man. And you going through it so he can show his power through your life. You understand that? All right? Hey, you can get up out of here, bro. Okay? Because you don't have no understanding. That dude talking about you want to be colonized. All right. And let's read number 4 again. Surely he hath borne our grief and carried our sorrows, yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of power and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him. And with his stripes we are healed. And this is another instance of Yahawashi being mentioned in the Old Testament. Okay? Because this is talking about Yahawashi. All right? He took those lashes, took those beatings, died on the cross for us. All right? At the end of the day. So you really got to understand what he did for us, man. And many brothers ain't going to do that. But it's going to be some of us that are going to have to be martyred, that are going to be thrown in prison, that are going to go through some of the same trials. Because the servant is not greater than the master. And we servants, most definitely. All right? We could get a little bit more of this. Verse 6. All we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned everyone to his own way. And the Lord hath laid on him the iniquity of us all. And we got to be thankful that Yahawashi took that burden. He was oppressed and he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. He didn't open his mouth to say, I didn't do any of this. It didn't matter, man. Sometimes you got to take that godly sorrow, right? You're going to be blamed by the world. You're going to be blamed by your own family members, by your friends, you so-called friends, etc. All right? Negroes that they going to take the see him and they going to see that you're not taking it and they're going to turn you in. All right? This is what's going to happen. So these things are going to come. A lot of betrayal is going to come. You got to build your spirit up for it. And don't open your mouth, man, to defend yourself. When you know it's Jacob's trouble, what you going to do? They're not going to try to hear none of that. All right? We're going to be like Yahawashi. When Pilate said, they say you the king of the Jews. Well, I am what they say I am. All right? It is what it is. Well, I'm about not to defend it. I'm going to just be quiet. You're just going to be quiet and take it. All right? Because we knowing that Yahawashi has set this man up to persecute us. He set the cops up to persecute you if you get persecuted by the cops. Okay? Romans 13 that. You got a Romans 13 through all the BS that's coming your way, man. All right, because, yeah, exactly. It's fire. Okay? It's like brothers coming this truth acting like they ain't got to go through nothing. Bro, that's delusionalness. You got to go through stuff. Okay? Wisdom of Solomon, 2nd chapter. Those that come to serve Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi expect temptation. So it's going to happen. You're going to have temptation to go back on the left side to do what you used to do in the world, right? All that stuff, whatever it used to be, because we all got different vices that we used to mess with. So you're going to have temptation to do that. And then you're going to have temptation of riches and things like that. But you got to, sacrifice your morals. So it's all going to be there, right? But you got to serve Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi through every situation. Okay? And he opened not his mouth. He was taken from prison and from judgment. And who shall declare his generation? For he was cut off, and of the land of the living, for the transgression of my people was he stricken. And he made his grave with the wicked and with the rich in his death, because he had done no violence, neither was any deceit in his mouth. So he had a mouth of no guile. Right? Let's get that, man. Because that's how we got to be. It can't be no deceit in our mouth. You look at Bishop Nate, man. It's a lot of deceit in that dude's mouth. Okay? He always changing his breakdowns. Hey, scripture say, beware of a man that's subject to change. So you got to be aware of that, man. All right? 1 Peter 3:10. For he that will love life and see good days, let him refrain his tongue from evil, and his lips that they speak no guile. Right? We got to be found with no deceit. Our words, we stood on the words that we said. We stood on what we preached. We stood on this doctrine, which is the doctrine of Yahawashi coming through us. So we stood on that at the end of the day. We didn't fall and we didn't break. All right? Revelations 14:5. As a matter of fact, we got to get 14:4 before that. These are they which were not defiled with women, meaning no guile was in us, no strange doctrine was in us. For they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb, whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto power into the Lamb, Yahawashi. And in their mouth was found no guile, right? For they are without fault before the throne of Yahawah. So blameless men. You asking yourself, how can I be a blameless man? It's because you want to be a blameless man. You repent and you don't keep doing the sins that you was doing. Therefore, you're a blameless man. If you repent and you go back to those sins, you're not a blameless man. You're a foolish man. Because you're thinking that Yahawah is going to continue to accept that repentance. You was never repentance. You got to be penitent of something, right? Meaning you really, truly not going to do it no more. Okay? I mean, when I repented from smoking weed, bro, I ain't smoked weed in a long time. All right? So, and really, Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi almost took my life for that. Because once I came into this truth, I used to try to smoke weed still. And what happened? Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi, one night, bro, he took my breath from me. He took my breath from me, and I really didn't have no breath. So with my last breath, I was like, Yahawah, I'm going to do right by you. Okay? Understanding that. And then I had to get right. Because I understood, the Heavenly Father really visited me. He wasn't playing. He visited me by taking my breath. And my wife was right there as a witness to that. And I didn't have no energy. I just fell to the ground. And I couldn't do nothing for about a minute. Yahawah put me through that. And that shit was terrifying. Right? So understanding that Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi is not playing with us. Because once you come into this thing, you pick up the plow. You got to plow correctly. You got to plow in a serious way, a serious manner, because you are taking an oath of life or death, man, at the end of the day. All right, so let's get one more time that Yahawashi was mentioned in the Old Testament. Let's go to Genesis 49:10. And this is just a quick 3 times that Yahawashi was mentioned in the Old Testament. Okay. Maybe we would do a bonus with Joshua, the 5th chapter, but I think I bring that one out a lot. All right. Genesis 49 and 10. And let's start at 8. Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Judah is a lion, wealth from the prey. My son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He crouched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? Understanding Judah, right? Judah is really laid back, calm. It take a lot to mess with Judah's temper, to get our temper going. You know, I'm being of the tribe of Judah. It takes a lot to piss Judah out, because Judah, like Yahawah, it's a lot of mercy flowing through Judah. Okay? And Judah is laid back, chill. You know, you're just trying to chill, party, and bullshit. Whatever, man. Big. Alright, so just Judah as a whole is calm, laid back, right? Now, Esau, Edom is eventually going to rouse Judah up, right? With everything that they're doing. They've been trying to rouse Judah up by unaliving all these type of, Israelites, okay? And doing all the stuff that they're doing. They trying to rouse Judah up, okay? So let's keep going. Verse 10. The scepter. What is the scepter? It's like when a king rules, you have a scepter. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be. Who is Shiloh? That's Yahawashi. Okay. Now let's go to Jude. And matter of fact, I just get it over here. Go to Jude 1 and 14, I think. Yeah, Jude 1 and 14. And Enoch also, the seventh from Adam, prophesied of these, saying, Behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000 of his saints. That's speaking about Yahawashi. Now, that's prophesying, that's basically fulfilling what it's saying right here. Let's read this one more time. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, meaning Judah is the head tribe. Yahawashi, Hebrews 7 and 14, came out of the tribe of Judah, right? Nor a lawgiver from between his feet until Shiloh come. Shiloh being Yahawashi, that's when Yahawashi is going to come. And unto him shall the gathering of the people be. Okay? So understanding Yahawashi was prophesied in Genesis. Genesis 49 is breaking down where all the tribes will be, what they will be doing at this point in time. And that verifies and validates the chart behind me. Okay? Let's get the word Shiloh.
Strong's H 3588. Key.
It's not giving me nothing. It don't even give me the word right there. Alright, but basically, when it's speaking about Shiloh, it's speaking about Yahawashi. Okay? Meaning that Yahawashi has to come to fulfill, okay, the rulership of Judah being the head tribe. That's not going to change until Yahawashi comes. Now, when Yahawashi comes, what's going to happen? We're going to be under the order of Melchizedek. Every brother of the 144,000 is going to be a king and priest. And brothers in the 1/3 is going to be kings and priests. And the 2/3, when they come back, they're going to eventually be kings and priests. Okay? Who is this dude, man? Alright, man, you out of here, dog. What you talking about? You guys have no understanding, man. Why are we preaching to women, bruh? The tabernacle of Yahawah is of men. What you talking about? Go talk to women. Alright? You niggas be worshiping women, man. Y'all some simps. A lot of y'all. Alright? That shit is wicked, bruh. All right, Shiloh in the Hebrew, it means tranquil, peaceful one, or gift from Yahawah. It can also be interpreted as a Masonic title, meaning he whose it is. Okay? So, what is Yahawashi? Oh, we can go get that one, man. He is the Prince of Peace. That's the last one we're going to get. Because another instance of when Yahawashi is mentioned. Isaiah 9 and 6. Let's go over there. So he's prophesied to come. Many times Yahawashi is prophesied to come. Hey, Shalawam, brother. Yahawah, Shem, Yahawashi, Barak, Ahtham. To you and your household. Isaiah 9 and 6. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. What government? The 144,000. Because we are the government. We are what you know is the Congress, the senators, the Senate, the all those. We gonna be making the decisions. All right, hopeful elect. And Yahawah, we be of that number. Because we can't make ourselves of that number. But we speak as in hopeful that we are the election. Understanding that. So the government is upon Yahawah's shoulders, meaning he carrying us. Yahawashi is carrying us. He did everything he did for the remnant. Alright? Alright? So he did everything he did for his brothers. Alright? The government shall be upon his shoulders. And his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Same thing. Shiloh means peaceful one. Right? So that's who he is. Okay? Finishing that one up. Of the increase of his government and peace, there shall be no end. So what is Yahawashi bringing in? An everlasting kingdom. There shall be no end upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it. Salakia. And what are we in? The house of David, the tabernacle of David, that's being raised up, and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth, even forever. The zeal of Yahawah of hosts will perform this. Right? And brothers have that zeal. Brothers have that spirit which has been given by Yahawashi, because he has what? He has opened the seals, man. Matter of fact, let's get that. And that was actually 4 times that Yahawashi was mentioned in the Old Testament. Okay? Revelations. Revelations 5th chapter. Starting at 3. And no man in heaven nor in earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look thereon. But who can do that? Yahawashi, because of the sacrifice, things that he did according to Isaiah 53rd chapter, as we talked about. Right? He was destined, predestined to carry this out. Verse 4. And I wept much, because no man was found worthy to open and to read the book, neither to look thereon. John weeping, but understanding that, we own Yahawashi's back. So if you own somebody's back, think about if you ever had like a daughter or a nephew or whatever, and you carried them on your shoulders, carried them on your back, Well, when you was a kid, right, somebody carried you on their shoulders to let you see, like at the fair, right, or whatever's going on. My uncle or daddy or whatever would carry me on their shoulders so I could see, because I was small. So, at the young age. So you could see. That's what's happening. Yahawashi is carrying us. He's lifting us up so we can see. Dang. All right, 1 second. I'll be right back. Salaki. I got it. Dang, man. Alright, Slaki, I'm back. Man, we're trying to get solar panels. And it's crazy. It's Northern Tribe doing it. It's not Issachar though. It's like Asher or Naphtali, right? And whatever solar company out here, I guess they be hiring them. They probably be doing it for cheap, right? Man, Northern Tribe be out here getting paid though, and they do good work. As you can see though, America is, bruh, Israelites is building up this nation, doing everything still to this day. You don't got no Edomites coming to install these panels, right? Alright, so Salakia, back where we was at. When you on somebody's shoulders, they're lifting you up so you can see above the crowd. What's the crowd? The world, which we hate, as the brother put earlier, John 15 and 18. So the world, which we hate, as the curses too, because they building up on another man's vineyard and they don't get to reap it. Exactly. You know? So the crowd, Yahawashi lifted us up to look over the world. So we not in the bullshit. We not doing everything that the world doing. We can see past that crowd and we can see the true prize. We can see what's really happening. And we can discern with our own eyes. And this is what's about to happen right here. And one of the elders saith unto me, weep not, behold. Weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah. Once again, taking it back to Genesis 49 and 10. Okay? The root of David. Alright? So what was David? He was the rod. He came out of Jesse, the rod of Jesse, right? And the branch that came out of King David. A branch would grow up out of that. Letting you know that's Yahawashi, the root of David. Right? Hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof. And I beheld, and lo, in the midst of the throne, and of the 4 beasts, and in the midst of the elders stood a lamb, Yahawashi, as it had been slain, Isaiah 53, having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of power sent forth into all the earth. All right? Those spirits, also the angels, man. Okay? You know, you go back to Torbit, you go back to Daniel, you go back to Samson. Angels was always coming to tell them something. Even before Yahawashi was born, an angel came, right? These are what? In the book of Torbit, was it Raphael said, I am of the 7 angels that go forth basically conversing with Yahawah. All right? So they are pure enough to go in and out of the throne room. Okay? Let me see if I can find that one real quick, man. Alright, I found it. Alright, Torbit 12 and 15. I am Raphael, one of the 7 holy angels, which present the prayers of the saints, and which go in and out before the glory of the Holy One. So they go in and out before the glory of Yahawah. They go in and out. So that's important. Man, so we're gonna wrap it up, man. Alright, but Yahawashi is basically in charge of all of that now. As Joshua the 5th chapter will let you know, he's the captain of the host. He's the captain of the army. So what's in that army? The angels. Michael, Raphael, Uriel, Gabriel. These angels are in that army. Okay? At the end of the day. So Yahawashi is above all of that. You know? So for anybody that had a problem, you really couldn't see Yahawashi in the Old Testament or whatever, or you stumbled upon that doctrine of the New Testament is false. I hopefully just connected both testaments, right? So showing that it was a prophecy in the past and it was fulfilled, or it was more to it in the New Testament. All right, so I hope this has been edifying. And with that, we're going to turn to the east. All praises be to Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Rekah HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the Great Millstone. And Shalawam to you sincere brothers out there preaching and teaching. Shalawam to you brothers, Kwam Yasharahla.